Okay, so welcome to this brand new video. So I'm just walking to the gym right now. I woke up, I did a bit of work. When I wake up in the morning, I don't like to go straight to the gym. I like to get a few things done, like a few just things to clear my head. And then every morning, I'll be honest, I don't do this every day, but I either read 10 pages of a book or just meditate or something like that to clear my head. And then I have my collagen coffee. My collagen coffee has 18 grams of protein, got a bit of protein in straight away. Technically, I'm not fasting then anymore, but I've just integrated that into my routine. And yeah, this isn't about protein, but this is about advertising, and this is about the biggest issue people have when, spending money on ads. And the biggest issue that people have is they think that ads is like gambling. They think when they put money in, they're going to immediately get a return, right? Get a return on investment. And that's just not how it works. A lot of people are spending money on ads and like worried, oh my God, I spent this money and I'm getting nothing out of it. You're strengthening your brand. You're getting more awareness. You're building more trust. So the way I like to think about ads, especially in the high ticket online coaching space, is what is the average sales cycle? So what is the average time someone needs to, from finding your page to buying? What does that average time look like? Is it 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, 2 months, 3 months? What is the average? Okay, 6 months, you have no idea, right? It's also heavily dependent on your positioning and on your niche. But as an example, for me, it's probably around 2 months, to be honest. It's probably around 2-3 months on average. Sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's just 1 week. But just to make a point here, it's around 2-3 months. So what does that mean? That means for 3 months, I can be spending money every single day on ads, and I shouldn't really expect anything in return until that third month hits. But most people, they spend money for a week, they see it's not working, and they turn it off. And that's why most people don't build a predictable business. Not even a predictable business, but just making high ticket sales and always relying on low ticket sales. Because when making low ticket products, the sales cycle is way shorter, right? Like if you have a $47 product, you can get people finding your page, watch a YouTube video, and buy right away. A $5,000 product is something a bit different because people have to spend time with you, they need to understand you, and that's why with ads, you shouldn't be scared to turn off your ads straight away if you don't see it quote unquote working, because this isn't gambling. An example that I'll give in my business, last week I got 2 new clients on in Creator One. One was a 7.5K deal. It was a split pay, but a 7.5K deal. And the other one was a 5K deal paid in full. And this isn't like any sort of brag because, there's obviously better, not better, I'm the best, but there's obviously coaches that are more, make those numbers every single day. But, when it comes to this, like a lot of people, they're undercharging their coaching. People are scared because they're not buying. And that's because they're so eager for their sale, right? They run ads for a week, and if they don't make a sale in the first week, then they're like, oh my God, my prices must be too high. That's not the case. You're just not nurtured people enough. You're not letting them have the time to really get incorporated into your brand. So, and also just to mention, you don't have to spend a lot on ads, right? Like with those 2 deals, it was only like I think $800 spent on ads to get those 2 deals. So it's really nothing crazy. And that's for the month, by the way. So you don't really need to spend a lot on ads, but you just have to be consistent and patient. Like, you can build a pretty healthy and pretty big business with $50 a day on ad spend. You don't need to be spending 100, 200, 300 bucks a day on ads. You could be building a really healthy business with just like 50 bucks, 30 bucks a day, and being consistent with that, and keep on changing, keep on split testing. And that's what many coaches need to hear, is like, if you spend a few bucks on ads and then turn them off the day after, like, what are you doing? Like, that is just wasting your money right there, because you're not going to get the return. So with my ads, I'm getting like 13, 12x return with my ads, because I'm patient and I know it's a compounding effect. Like, if you are running ads month one and maybe you get a 2x return, maybe you even break even, you might be thinking to yourself, oh my God, like, my ads are horrible. What am I doing wrong? Let me turn all of these ads off. But maybe month two, if you leave them on, maybe you can make a slight adjustment, but leave the premise of them on. Maybe you get a 4x return. Then month three, maybe a 5, 6x, and then a 7x, and then all of a sudden, you up your prices, maybe you get a pay in full, then it's a 12x. So you need to be patient, because that's gonna ultimately build things. You don't wanna be that guy or that girl that does things extremely emotionally. You wanna act on data. And that's why with all of my clients, obviously they have a tracking sheet, so they can make sure that they're making those calculated decisions, because it's important. Like the ads part, like honestly, if I had to strip a coaching business down to its core components, like let's just do a little example. Let's say organic doesn't exist. Like, organic media doesn't exist. I don't get organic on my YouTube. I don't get organic on my Reels. But the only way I can get traffic is through ads. I wouldn't even be that mad. If anything, I'm gonna get people on my page that are super qualified. I might have a smaller follower count, but they're gonna be way, way, way more qualified. And what would I do? I would run the ads. I'd post some organic just for the people that land on my page from the ads to watch. And my YouTube, it won't get any organic views, but guess what? People from the ads that land on my Instagram can go to my YouTube and check it out. And that's gonna be something that I can leverage to nurture. So for me, ads is like the key pillar that a lot of coaches are forgetting. Like organic, what does organic even mean? Like, define the word organic. Organic means it can kind of grow, like let's say like a root of a tree, or just a tree in general. It's organic. You have no control over where the branches grow, how fast it grows, all of those things. It's just, it grows however it wishes, right? It grows to the sunlight or whatever. So I don't want to base my business off that. I want to put like a special dust on my tree, and it grows as fast as I want it to, in the right direction. So anyway, I know I'm ranting a lot on this video, but I'm gonna make some more in-depth videos on ads, because ultimately it's like, with everything that I'm teaching to my clients, I pretty much want like 95% of the information to be for free on my YouTube channel. Just pretty much free. So anyone can just go on there, get the knowledge and implement it and get great results. And that last 5%, which is honestly the 5% I can't even give you, that's the nuance, right? That's the things that depends on industry to industry. I might give one person one piece of advice. I might get another person another bit of advice. And that's where my YouTube videos sadly can't help you, because you're gonna need a bit of extra guidance. An example of this is one of my clients has a big YouTube channel, 240,000 subscribers. And I told him, like, dude, like, don't run any ads. Like, you don't need ads. And then with another client, I might be like, dude, you definitely need to run ads. At least in the starting portion of the coaching, right? So basically, there's going to be a lot more in-depth information out on my YouTube. The behind the scenes channel is kind of more casual. And yeah, I'm really, really stoked about it. And I'm really stoked to give you that in-depth training and give it in the most authentic way possible. My mentor recently told me I shouldn't really consume anyone else's like content in my space. And the reason why is I just have to make sure that I'm being authentically me, that I'm putting out what I really believe in. And I'm not saying that I'm not doing that currently, but when you're looking at a lot of different content, you're obviously taking these micro things into your brain that you then develop, which technically isn't yours, right? You're getting inspired. But I really want to create my own kind of way of doing things, really with no external input. And I think that's going to be sick. So anyway, I'm rambling now, but I hope you guys understood that ads is key. There's trainings on my main YouTube channel if you want to take a look. And other than that, guys, see you in the next one. Peace.